listening to Coffee and Conversation with Recovery Advocate Network, the nonprofit organization that strives to address the staggering disparity in resource availability for individuals suffering from mental health disorders, processing disorders, addictions, trauma healing, and sexual identity challenges. Together, we strive to end the stigma associated with these challenges so that true healing can begin.
Welcome back to Coffee and Conversations Between the Lines Blog Club series. My name is Joshua Young, and this is episode number 90, where I will read my blog post entitled Remembering Daisy, Coping with the Loss of a Pet. Between the Lines episodes are written by guests who often prefer to use their written voice instead of their interview voice to share their stories. As a reminder, the views expressed in any blog are the views of the author, and the purpose is to provide a safe place for the author's voice to be heard. Just a quick reminder about Recovery Advocate Network, or RAN. RAN's mission is to support individuals dedicated to their recovery journey, but facing challenges due to insurance loopholes. Your donation, no matter how small, will help provide crucial financial assistance to those in need and make a significant difference in changing and saving lives. We are grateful to have you as a part of our community, so please consider visiting our website at www.recoveryadvocatenetwork.org and clicking the donate button today. So, what are we waiting for? Fill up your coffee, sit back, and let's get started. Remembering Daisy, Coping with the Loss of a Pet. Written and read by Joshua Young. Losing a beloved pet is a unique kind of heartbreak, an experience that touches the soul and leaves an indelible mark on our hearts. For our family, Daisy was more than just a dog. She was a cherished member of our family, a constant source of joy, love, and comfort for the past 10 years. Daisy, our beautiful white boxer, brought an endless supply of laughter and happiness. Her playful antics, boundless energy, and the occasional bit of mischief quickly endeared her to everyone in our household. A year after Daisy joined our family, we adopted her sister Bella. The bond between them was immediate and profound. Daisy took on the role of the older sibling with natural ease, leading Bella in all their adventures. They were inseparable, a perfect pair who brought double the joy into our lives. Daisy and Bella were not just family pets, they were characters in our neighborhood. There were times they escaped our house, and the neighbors would see Daisy leading Bella down the street, almost like she was taking her on a walk. Daisy, being a boxer, was over-affectionate, constantly leaning on people and giving us kisses, her tongue slipping out in moments that were as endearing as they were unexpected. Daisy had a favorite spot on my wife's side of the bed. Every night, my wife had to say, "Up a Daisy," to get her to move to the end of the bed, a ritual that had become a beloved part of our nightly routine. It was one of the many ways Daisy's presence was woven into the fabric of our daily lives. As the years passed, Daisy continued to be a source of immense love and happiness. But like all living beings, she began to show signs of aging. Last week, Daisy's decline became more pronounced and alarming. She stopped eating, became lethargic, and lost that spark that had always defined her spirit. The worst came last Wednesday morning, when Daisy could no longer stand. Her breathing labored and rapid. Our hearts ached as we watched her struggle. A visit to the vet confirmed our fears. We were faced with the agonizing decision to prolong her suffering or to let her go peacefully and cross the Rainbow Bridge. We chose to let her go. Our family gathered to say our goodbyes, each of us whispering our love and gratitude to her as the vet gently helped her pass. The pain of losing her was immediate and profound, a heavy weight on our hearts. The day following Daisy's passing was a blur of sadness and quiet reflection. The house felt emptier without her presence, and every corner seemed to hold a memory of her, The usual sounds of her paws padding across our wooden floors were replaced by a haunting silence. It was a difficult reality to face, knowing that our beloved Daisy was no longer with us. Bella, too, was deeply affected by the loss of her sister. Having been together every day for the past 8 years, Bella had always looked to Daisy for guidance and companionship. Without Daisy, Bella seemed lost, confused by the sudden absence of her lifelong companion. She would search the house, looking for Daisy, and then lie down with a despondent look in her eyes. In the days that followed, we tried to navigate our grief and find ways to cope with the loss. We shared stories and memories of Daisy, each one a testament to the joy she had brought into our lives. Remembering the good times helped to ease the pain, only if slightly. We also gave Bella extra attention and love, understanding that she needed comfort and reassurance just as much as we did. Grief is a complex and deeply personal experience. Losing a pet, a cherished family member like Daisy, is an emotional journey that takes time to process. There are moments when the sadness feels overwhelming, and the weight of the loss is almost unbearable. Yet, there are also moments of gratitude for the time we had with her, for the love and happiness she brought into our lives. We remind ourselves that Daisy lived a full and happy life, surrounded by a family who adored her. In the quiet moments, we feel her presence, a comforting reminder that she will always be a part of our hearts. Daisy's memory lives on in the stories we tell, the pictures we cherish, and the love we continue to feel for her. And while the pain of her absence is real and deeply felt, so too is the joy of having had her in our lives. As for Bella, she is slowly beginning to adjust to life without her sister. It isn't easy, and there are times where her sadness is palpable. But with time, love, and patience, we're hopeful she will find a new rhythm, a new way to navigate the world. The journey of grief is ongoing, and the loss of Daisy will always be a tender spot in our hearts. We find solace in knowing that she is at peace, free from pain, and that her spirit lives on in the love and memories we hold dear. Daisy's legacy is one of joy, love, and unbreakable bonds, a testament to the profound impact that a beloved pet can have on our lives. In the end, it is the love we shared with Daisy that sustains us, a love that transcends the physical loss and becomes a part of who we are. Daisy may be gone, but she will never be forgotten, and her spirit will always be a guiding light in our lives.
Thank you for joining us today with your coffee and conversation. We hope you've been encouraged and learned something from today's story. To learn more about today's guest, please check out our show notes for more details. Now it's time to remember to like this episode, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to ensure you do not miss future episodes. Recovery Advocate Network envisions a world where individuals with mental health challenges receive comprehensive and effective treatment without the worry of financial burdens to themselves or their families, all without the stigmas often present in society. We are proud that every individual worked with RAN does so on a 100% volunteer basis. You can support the mission by making a financial donation via PayPal or Venmo, or email donate@recoveryadvocatenetwork.org if you would like to donate items for our next fundraising auction. Please visit our website at www.recoveryadvocatenetwork.org to learn more. Now, stay in the loop about upcoming events, future episodes, and more by following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, TikTok, LinkedIn, and all major podcast platforms. As a reminder, the experiences and advice expressed in this episode are the host and guest's own personal stories and do not represent the opinions of any organization mentioned. Ran is passionate about opening the doors for all voices and experiences, not just those expressed in any particular podcast. If you want to share your experiences or expertise, we encourage you to be a future guest by emailing us at podcast@recoveryadvocatenetwork.org or submit a blog by emailing blog@recoveryadvocatenetwork.org. We also encourage you to comment on the episode so that we can continue to provide content that is most beneficial to the community. How do you do that? Visit our website at www.recoveryadvocatenetwork.org, and in the top right corner, click that comment button and comment. So listeners, what do you need to do? Pause what you're doing, subscribe, follow us. Please give us a like and a 5-star rating, write some meaningful comments, and most importantly, share these episodes with your friends. You never know whose heart you will touch, so please be a part of a reason someone has new hope today. If this episode was triggering to you, we encourage you to contact your support system, therapist, national and community support groups, the Global Crisis Text Line by texting 741-741, and/or if in the U.S., dialing 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you're in the U.S. and need additional resources such as shelter, support group resources, transportation, food, and/or a safe, confidential path out of physical or emotional domestic abuse, please call 211 or visit www.211info.org for assistance. Now, we know you are very busy, and we are grateful that you said yes to sharing time with us today. If you stuck to our 3 C's of engagement and listened to the full episode, then visit the podcast section of our website and leave the comment about the podcast, and you'll be entered to win an autographed copy of one of the books from one of our book club series, as well as a Coffee and Conversation coffee mug. So thanks again. Until next time, back to your coffee.